Good evening, everybody. How is everyone doing? I got a headache. That's why there's no camera on. I'm feeling a little off. I didn't want to cancel stream. Um, Sinus headache. So I think it's a change of the weather. So it's going to be kind of a more of a chill stream unless some people come in and cause chaos, which hopefully they won't. Um, so it's going to be kind of a low key stream. Um, no music because again I got a headache. So hopefully that's not going to be too boring for everybody. Let me catch up with chat. Um, Spy Guy is lurking. Thank you for the lurk. I think Shadow Arch got first. Uh, hey there, Bray and Fairy Dust. Loof and Poofed. Fairy Dust says, I'm okay, a little bit off the past couple days, but I feel decent. You know, I know how that goes. Your dog gets ahead. Very, very cool that your dog gets ahead. You'll have to post pictures. Mentally exhausted. I'm glad I'm done peopling for the day. Yeah. Or does the disincorporated doll's head obtain a body? Okay, that's creepy. Pattern had me stop after making it as far as her nose to work on her t-shirt, and you managed to make it a little creepy. Yes, Fairy Dust has a knack for the creepy. All right, how is everybody? How is everybody doing? Tonight it is Teaching Tuesday. Uh, Thank you for the lurk, Papa. I appreciate that. Today we're doing the embossed flowers stitch. So it's got they're not really, to me, they don't look like flowers. To me, they look like, I don't know what they look like. They kind of look like flowers. They're basically circles. And they're stitched as you do the rows. So there's not applique on. So that is the right side, and that is the wrong side. So there is a front and a back. This is from a website called Abhar Creations. So yes, the exclamation emboss, EMBOSS will get you the link. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Um, all right, there we go. Let me fix something. Let me do the thing. All right, I think that's what I'm going to be doing for now on. Somebody was doing this in their stream. Well, I've seen a lot of people do it. The pattern is up at the top of chat. It's pinned at the chat. So if anybody wants that, Workers Party extra today. I'm glad to be here for the chill stream. Lurking a bunch of streams. So 3. Yes, Lurkness Monster. Yes, Papa Be Fun is Lurkness Monster, and I appreciate the lurkers. So yeah, we're going to be doing this. I kind of like it. It's kind of different. Like I said, it's the embossed flowers stitch. And if anybody is crocheting along with me, because it is Teaching Tuesday, anytime is actually a teaching day. But let me know if I'm going too fast, and I can always slow it down. So that's my sample I have. I was working. Actually, I did the sample this morning, so it is fresh in my mind. What color should I use? I'm gonna do it in cotton yarn so it's easier to see. Um, hey there, L. Barnett. How are you? Welcome in. Does anybody have a preference? What color should I use for this? Should I do it in blue, like my sample, or in the white? Blue is easier. Okay, we'll do the blue then. Alrighty. So let me pull up the pattern. The first couple rows are very easy. White, but the flowers should be blue. Okay, no, I'm not changing color. You can. Thank you for that. I mean, you could. You can always change colors for the flowers. We're not doing that. We're not going to get too carried away here tonight. So we're just going to go on one color. But again, you can always change it when you come to this part and then change it back. So that would be a pretty cool looking effect. All right. So the multiple for this is 12. Whatever your multiple of 12 is, plus 11, plus 2. So I'm going to do 24. You felt like being difficult. When aren't you difficult? So we're going to do my sample. I'm going to do a multiple of I'm going to do 24 as my multiple of 12, and then we'll add 11, and then we'll add 2. So I'm going to do 24 first. 2, 3, 4, 6. So I have 24. Now I'm going to add 11. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then add 2 more. 1 and 2. So that would be 37. 24. Do some math. 24 plus 11 plus 2. Yes, 37. That is what my example is. Again, you can do however long you want it. Again, multiple of 12. Once you get that, add 11, and then add 2 more. So basically add 13 after your multiple of 12. So I'll let everybody catch up to that if you happen to be crocheting along with me. Again, my sample, I have 37 chains. If you want to do the same width that I have. You're not very difficult when hibernating. I find that hard to believe. Just move this out of the way and get this going the right position. The first 3 rows are very basic. So if you know you have the basics of crochet, the basic stitches, the first 3 rows is not going to be a problem whatsoever. It's that 4th row when things get interesting. Like I said, I've got 37 chains to start out with. Again, that is my multiple of 12. I did it twice. Add 11 and add 2 more. Just the way the pattern is written for the foundation chain. One thing of note in this pattern, anytime you chain 2 at the end of a row or the beginning of a row, that counts as a double crochet. So your turning chain counts as a double crochet. Right, so if we're ready, got my 37 chains. In the 3rd chain from the hook, we're going to put in a double crochet. 1, 2, 3 in that 3rd chain, and I use US terms. The 3rd chain, we put in a double crochet. Then each chain, the entire length, each chain gets a double crochet. check something. Check something. I'm keeping an eye out in the Moko stream. They're still doing the big PP party, and there's something coming up that I want to try to win. So when they get closer to it, I'm gonna hop over and well, I'll still be streaming, but I'm gonna go technically 20 stitches. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 29, 30. Break crochet and I am willing and I am with you on being done peopling for the day. Can only tolerate dirty hookers. Yeah, I'm kind of like that my entire life. That's 30, 31, 2, 3, 34, and 35. So if you've done it the same length that I did, you've got 37 chains. Double crochet into the third chain from the hook, you will have 35 double crochets. It's being difficult with all the insurance reps that called today. I was about over the limit of incompetence. Ooh, yeah, that sucks. That's not good. That's not good at all. I don't. That irritates me, especially if it's in a business type thing and they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, that. Mm. All right. So I'll wait till people, everybody catches up for this. Again, let me zoom out a little. I've got, like I said, I did 37 chains. That is the repeat. Third chain from the hook, did a double crochet in each chain. Each of the remaining chains gets a double crochet. Again, US terms. So now I have 35 um, double crochets. Some corporate people visiting the place where my security post is today. I don't know if people lose their sense of humor when they climb the corporate ladder. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Or if companies think only people without a sense of humor are promotable, these guys are lacking. No, when they rise up the corporate ladder, they lose their sense of humor. I hate the blame game and stop it immediately. Always say, let's get the yes, yes. I agree with you, with you, Bray. So we've got our first row of double crochet. The next two rows are the exact same thing. So one stitch into each stitch. It's just two more rows of double crochet. you're going to have 35 in each. But to do this, one little thing that's different is normally when I do a double crochet, when I do a turning chain, I chain up 3. They're only chaining 2. Nope, there's no right or wrong way, but we're going to follow the pattern. We're going to chain up 2 and turn, and each stitch gets a double crochet, and when we're at the end here, the turning chain should get a double crochet as well. Make certain you have the right amount of stitches. So we're going to count. 1, 2, I'll count to myself. 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20, 30, 31, 2, 3, 34, 35. Let me catch up with this. And this side of the visitor's log and asked them how they're doing. They said fine and asked me. I said, it's fine as frog hair. The guy driving said, your humor isn't funny. I said, duly noted. Wow. He said, do you even know what duly means? I said, I know the definition of duly as well as I know the definition of condescension. He said, nobody mentioned condescension. I said, not yet. Have a wonderful day. Wow. Wow. So I've got 2 rows of double crochet. There's 35 stitches in each row for my repeat. If you have longer, obviously your number's going to be different. And now we're going to do the exact same thing for row number 3. Three rows of doubles. For my piece, the key number is 35. KFC after work helped me. I'm not a fried chicken person. Can't do fried chicken. Anybody's fried chicken. Even homemade. It's a weird thing because I don't like having if the meat is on a bone and it's near my face, it grosses me out. So, yeah, I can't do that. Boneless chicken, I'm all about that. Mashed potatoes and gravy. I mean, can't really. Well, no, that's not true. I was going to say you can't really mess up mashed potatoes, but there is a way. Tonight we're having pizza. One of those Walmart marketplace ones that they kind of they prepare in store. You just pop them in the oven. Those were actually pretty good. Those are pretty good. You don't like naan? I don't like naan and fried chicken. Yes, I'm the same way, El Burnett. Boneless, like chicken tenders, chicken nuggets. Oh yes, boneless. Yes, I'm all about that. Also, even the skin. I don't like the skin of chicken. Ugh, no, don't like it. Alrighty, so that is row number three. I'll let everybody catch up if you're um doing this along with me. Again, shit on shingles super quick and easy because I worked and then mowed the lawn. Oh, I haven't had shit on shingles in forever. Like the original shit on shingle, like the chip beef gravy. Actually, the other day in Bray's stream, we were talking about shit on shingle. Because I think fairy dust had biscuits and gravy, and then we talked about gravy and things like that. They had some new stuff in their nuggets, kind of tossed around in sauce, 5 different choices. Honey sriracha. Ooh. So to recap what I've done so far, if anybody is following along, my multiple of 12, which in my case is 24, add 11, and add 2. So in my case, I have 37 chains. Double crochet into the third chain from the hook, and double crochet into every remaining chain. So first row I would have 35 double crochets, and then the next 2 rows is just double crochet in every stitch. So each row should have 35 stitches. Papa likes sriracha. Yeah, sriracha's not bad. Let me catch up and see what the Mocos are up to. If they're up to the thing I want to try to enter. I got a little while to go before I want to enter. There's actually a couple things. Let me look at my cheat sheet. Yeah, there's 2 things that are coming up that I might want to enter. Gotta keep an eye on that. Let's move this over here. Excuse me. Not a hot and spicy kind of girl? Gotcha. Now, I like spice as long as it's not too hot. I want it for flavor, but I don't want it just for the sake of the heat. Because then that's not enjoyable. Alrighty. So I've got my 3 rows of double crochet. So for row number 4, and if anybody is crocheting along and I'm going too fast, let me know. So row number 4, we're going to chain up 2 and turn, and we're going to put a double crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're saying you could be hot, you could be spicy, but you can't be both at the same time. Why? Based on all the streams I've seen. Oh, hey there, Axis. How are you? Given the choice, I would choose spice over hot. Yes, yes. So chained up 2 and turned, and each of the first 5 stitches get double crochet. Good. Step back for a nature walk and eat rotisserie chicken. Ooh, everybody's having chicken. Farida said had fried chicken. You're having a rotisserie chicken. All right. So we've done our 3 rows. Chain up 2 and turn, and the next 5 stitches each get a double crochet. Reached to the point where I was bored with food years ago and decided to add spicy to the mix. Spices can be good. Spices do have their place. All right, this is the flower part. So the flower will be in the very next stitch. So the very next stitch we come to, we're going to be working what they call a circle. So the circle is, let me just scroll up real quick. We're going to do some front post double crochets. Feel that. I try to keep it cold and cool. Trained myself a couple months ago to acquire a taste for the hot. Oh yeah, no, I don't want it hot just for the spice of, for the sake of being hot. No. All right. So this next stitch, we're going to do front post doubles around this stitch. So we're going to yarn over and around the post. So not in the top of the stitch, but around the post. We're going to go through the stitch, under the post, bring up a loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. That's a front post double. Now we're going to chain 3. We're going to do that same thing around that same post here. We're going to do that 5 more times, so a total of 6. So that's 1. Now we're going to do another front post double around the same post. And then chain 3. So that's a total of twice. We want to do 4 times. Yarn over, yarn over, go around the post, bring it up, and then do the double, and chain 3. So that's 3 times. And if it helps, you can always fold this in half and work around just that post. So that was 3 times. This is the 4th one. 1, 2, 3. So that was 4. Go around the same post again. That was number 5. And do it 1 more time. So there's lots of stuff going around that one post. So that the next stitch, we did we're recapping here. We did those 5, and then in the very next stitch around the post, we do a front post double, chain 3, front post double around the same post, chain 3. You're going to keep doing it. You do that total of 6 times. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So I would count the chain 3s. So there's a chain 3. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then our 6, which is not attached. So that's 1/2 of the quote-unquote flower. All working around the post of that one stitch. Now, to do the rest of it, we're going to turn our work around. So we are working like this, We're now going to turn it this way. We do the same thing, but around the post of this previous stitch. So we're still on that row. Now we're not going to work on the row that we're working on, not on those, but that same row that's here. So it's actually the third row around that post. We're going to do the same thing. We're only going to do it 5 times. So yarn over, go under the stitch or under the post, bring up a strand, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and then we're going to chain 3. You're going to do that a total of 5 times. So that's 1. Welcome in, Eduhuman. How are you? What's going on? If you're not following Eduhuman, go and follow them. They are a new streamer, trying to get them some more followers and get them pushing closer to that affiliate. So that is our first one. So that's a double crochet, front post double crochet, chain 3, and around that same front post, that same post, we're going to do that 4 more times. So we'll have a total of 5 on this one. Front post double, chain 3, front post double, chain 3. So that's 3 times. Front post double, chain 3. That's 4 times. And then 1 more front post double, chain 3. And now we're back to where we are. We just formed a circle, if that makes any sense. And now what we're going to do is we're going to move this out of the way. Move all of this out of the way. And where that front post double, that first one that we were working around, the top of that stitch, because we were working around the post of it, now on the top of the stitch, into the top like you normally would, we're going to put in a double crochet. Welcome in, Mickey. We are working on the embossed flower stitch. So to recap what we did, we had 3 rows of doubles, and on our 4th row we did 5 double crochets, 1 in each stitch, so one after another. And in the very next one, you're going to go down to the row below, and you're going to do a front post double, chain 3. You're going to do that total of 6 times around that one post. So again, we did a front post double, chain 3, around the same stitch, front post double, chain 3. Keep doing that 6 times. And once you do the 6 times, then we're going to turn, and then the next stitch after we turn, we're going to stitch to the left, that post, do the same thing, front post double, chain 3, but you're going to do it 5 times. And after you do that, around that same post, that one post, you're going to turn, and then you're going to put a double crochet. So redo that part right here. So that was the chain for the last time. So we did, again, front post double, chain 3, did it 5 times. And then after you do all of that, the top of the stitch that you did the front post doubles on originally for the first half, into the top of the stitch, we're going to do a double crochet. And that is 1 flower. And now after that, you're going to do a double crochet in each of the next 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Now we're going to repeat that pattern. So that is the pattern. You're going to make your flower, and then you do 11 stitches. So to do the flower again, we've done our 11 stitches here. The very next stitch, this post here, we're going to work around the post. We're going to do a front post double, and then chain 3. And around that same post, you're going to do that 6 times. So yarn over 4 double crochet, go under the post, so it's a front post, meaning the post of the stitch is in front of the hook. Yarn over, bring it up. We have 3 on the hook. Yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. That is our front post double. And then chain 3. We're going to do that 5 more times. So around the same post. So yarn over, go around the post, double, and then chain 3. So that's the second time. Do it a third time. Fourth time. A fifth time. And a sixth time. 1, 2, 3. Anytime you do the chain 3, that's the end of that. Technically, that not really a stitch, but that rule will repeat. Could 1000% adapt this flower another way? It's going to keep this tucked away in my head somewhere. Yeah, you can adapt this. So that is the first half of it. And now you're going to turn, rotate. And now we're going to do front post doubles around this stitch. So you're kind of going around in a circle. So we're going this way, going around, and we're doing a 360. So you keep going, go like this, and then back around. We're doing a loop-to-loop. So the second half is we're going to do the front post doubles around this post, and you're going to do it 5 times. So there's 1, and then chain 3. So the chain 3 is the end of that repeat. So that's the front post, chain 3. You're going to do that 5 times. So there's 1, like a roundabout, yes. 2, 3. So that's 2. 3, that's 3. It also is very handy. It's very easy for me if I fold my work in half. So I have access to that post. Hey, they're throwing stitches similar to a scale or leaf stitch. Yes, it's very similar to kind of similar to like the dragon scale, if you've ever seen that stitch. So there was 3. 3, that's number 4. And we're going to do it one more time. Excuse my knot. This is some scrap yarn. 1, 2, 3. So we did it 6 times on one side, 5 on the other. And now we're going to connect it. So to connect it, we're back around the way it's supposed to be. So we were like this, we went like this. We were working this way around, and then we turned, and we worked here, and now we're turning back to where we started for that. And if I demonstrated with a different color, like Fairy Dust had mentioned, it would probably show up better. But I didn't. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move the flower out of the way. And the stitch that we did our front post doubles on, all of this, the top of the stitch where you normally would do a regular double crochet, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to yarn over, and in the top of the actual stitch, put in a double crochet. And now the next 11 stitches each get a double. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Let me count here. 1, 2, 3. Yes. So now we're ready for another flower. I envision adapting this as a surface crochet technique to add little flowers to a blanket at the point where 4 granny squares meet. I like that idea. I like that idea. And you can always modify it. You can do that. You can have less chains or more chains, depending on your yarn. Yeah, play around with it. Or another thing that I guess you could do is, okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I've got 11 front post doubles. If you want to do 12 or whatever, or 10, let's say you did 10, so you did 5 and 5 instead of 11 here. You did 5 and 5. You can do a front post double, chain 3, and then a front post triple, and maybe chain 4, front post double, chain 3. So you can vary the petals, the lengths of the petals of it. With a cotton yarn, it's going to show the hole there. With my sample I made with the acrylic, it doesn't show it as much. But if you use a different color, it would definitely pop up. It would be a pop of color. But I kind of like it tone on tone, but adding the colors. But I like that idea where 4 granny squares meet. That would be a really cool decoration. All right, so we've done our 11, and now we're going to do another flower, and I'll walk you through it again. So we're going to do front post double around this next stitch. So we're going to do the front post, and then chain 3. You know what? I'm going to do a variation of it. What I just said there, where I'm going to do a front post double, chain 3, and then a front post triple, chain 4, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to end up having, yeah, I'll do 5 and 5. I won't do 6 and 5. I'll do 5 and 5. So I did a front, again, this is just me experimenting. I did a front post double, chain 3, and now I'm going to do a front post triple, chain 4. Okay, so that's 2 of them. Got to keep my count so that it's going to be balanced. So there's 2, and now the next one is a front post double, chain 3. So there's 3 there. So we did it 3 times. And now a front post triple and chain 4. This might look a little weird. Might be too open. And now a front post double and chain 3. So there's my hat. Oh, I'm actually kind of liking it a little bit here. It would look better if it was a fluffier yarn instead of this cotton. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was a double. We're going to turn. And this one's going to be a front post triple. Again, variation. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the first one. I'm going to do 5 on this one. So that's 1. This is a front post double, chain 3, front post triple, chain 4, 3 of them there, front post double, chain 3, and then a front post triple, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to move this out of the way, and I will do a double crochet to where I started. And then the next 5 will be doubles. And once I get to the end of the row, we'll take a look at what my my modification is. 3, 4, 5. All right. So these first two are the ones according to the pattern. So that's what those look like. And then, oh, I kind of like it. Maybe I would change it up a bit. It's more of like a star shaped, kind of like almost like last week when we were doing the last week when we did the cherry blossom stitch. There's 6 petals here, but these have 5. Like they kind of look like 5. Like they're more flower shaped. It's much looser, obviously, because I used the triple crochets and the longer chains. But yeah, so that's what the pattern calls for. And then that's my little modification. Again, it would look better if I used a contrasting yarn. That's what we're going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the rest, the next 3 rows. The next 3 rows are just double crochets. And then we're going to do the repeat. And with the next repeat, when we go, after we do those, our flowers are going to be in the center here. They're going to be, let me show the example here. See how they're offset? They're offset here. So when we go back to do the flowers again, I will change it up so you can actually see what they look like. We will get fancy. All right. So for row 5, we're going to chain up 2 and turn. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a double crochet in the first 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip the circle, and we're going to double crochet in the next 12. And I got to make certain I'm going to go in the right one. So I'm going to count back from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. No, we skipped that first one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Yeah. So we're going to do it right in there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to skip that one. Skip that one. That's the circle one right there. And go into the next one. Double check here. Skip this. Basically, you're going to skip this one that's right next to the flower, because that's where the flower is. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, not 9, and 11, 12. We get down here, that. We're going to snooze this ad for 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, thank you for giving Bray a shout out. Yes, everybody go and follow Bray Crochet. Great streamer. I love hanging out in her stream. You've officially finished your fish hat. Very cool. Did you post? I think yeah. I think you posted in um in my Discord. I commented on it, and actually that's what we're gonna go do right now. We're gonna go run an ad, and then we will take a look at the Discord. But before we do that, all I did for this row is I did double crochets all the way along. Again, we're skipping where the circle was for the flower. Your stitch count should be the same for when you first started. So I'm going to go back and count my stitches. My magic number is 35 for my stitch number. 1, 2, 6. Yes, I have 35 stitches. So if you're working along with me and you have 35 stitches, do 2 more rows of double crochet. And then once that's done, then we can do the next row of flowers. But before we do all of that, well, we can work on that when we're at ad. We're going to do that. We're going to go run a ad break. I've officially finished my fish hat. I see what you did there, Mickey. Yeah, we'll take a look at that in a second when we come back from the ad. You love hanging out my stream too? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Love hanging out in your stream. We have banter and make each other hungry. That is true. We definitely do. So I'm going to run an ad real quick, and then we'll come back to this, and I will show how to do it so they're offset. And I will pick a different color. I'll use that white for the flower. So everybody, take this time and do some self-care, and we will be right back. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. I'm just working on the last row of the, the 3 rows of double crochet in between the flower rows. So that's what I was doing off stream when we were at ad. I was going to go and take a look at the Mocos and catch up and see where they got on their giveaway, but they've already rated out. So the thing I want to try to enter will have to be done tomorrow, which is fine. They might be getting to it somewhat earlier in the day. Well, never can tell with them, but it's all good. Hey there, Action Act. How are you? Welcome in. We're going to be doing some the Discord share here in a second. Nope, didn't forget about it. Didn't forget about it. All right, so I just did 3 more rows of single crochet after we did our flower stitch, our flower row. You can't really, you kind of can see them, but when we do this next row, I will use a different color, so it will pop out. Making a Yoshi egg, very, very cool. I'm okay. I got a headache, more of a sinus type headache, but that's why it's kind of low key today. And there's no face cam today because I'm not feeling it. But we will do the we're gonna go over to Discord. We've got a few things over here. I think there's only a few things posted. If anybody wants to post anything in Discord, feel free to at any time. Oh, it would help if I would move that like that. Alrighty, we've got some progress from Fairy Dust. This is a mosaic crochet blanket piece that they're working on. One day I want to do a large piece of mosaic. I've only ever done little samples, but I want to do an actual piece in mosaic crochet. I love this. I love this scene with the trees and the house and this. It to me it looks like a farm scene. Is that what it's supposed to be? Are these supposed to be silos, or am I like seeing things? See the trees. See these houses or buildings up here. It does look amazing. Great, great work. Let's see if I can make this a little bit larger. It's a little, oh, little village. It's an unfinished bridge. Ah, okay, okay. Oh, and there's going to be a castle. Oh, I see it now. I see it now. Okay. This is like an optical illusion. Okay, so this red and white striped thing, that's supposed to be water. Okay, that's supposed to be water. And these are the arches of this bridge. Okay. At first I'm thinking, okay, is the red here like the sky? And then these 3 are like silos? But that makes more sense if this is a village and that's a bridge. Yeah, that's kind of trippy looking. So thank you very much for that, Fairy Dust. Looks great. And we've got a finished item from Mickey. Mickey was working on the Sassy Bassy hat pattern from Kel's Bells. Let me give a shout out to Kel's Bells. If I can spell her, I think that's how you spell her channel name. Maybe, maybe not. Because I know she has clips. Give me 1 second. Oh, I didn't spell it right. That's why. That is why. It's very confusing. There we go. If you don't know Kel's Bells, go and follow her. Check her out. She's usually on early in the morning, Eastern time. Another Moco Loco, great bean, um, all about crochet. Lots of. I know she does other stuff too, but she does a lot of crochet. This is from before I finished the top fin that I forgot to sew on. Okay, yeah. Um, if you have progress pictures of that, we can take a look at that too. A tap. Yeah, I've taken something for my headache. It's more of a sinus pressure type headache, but I'll be all right. So this is Mickey's Sassy Bassy. It's a Kel's pattern. She designed the pattern, and she calls it Sassy Bassy. And there is Mickey wearing the hat. I love the colors. You picked really good colors for this. Toward the bottom. Okay. And here's the top fin that hasn't been put on yet. Very cool. Take a look. There we go. There we go. We have it. We have a completed fish. We have a finished fish. Very fun. I might have to get that pattern because you know I like wearing animals on my head at times. Thank you very much for the share. And from Aloof and Poofed, we are getting a head attached to a doll. I like that. I like that shape. I like the shape of the body. You're doing great. I also hate to say this, but I think the pattern is super cheap and she's not charging enough. Ah, we might have to try to persuade her to raise the price then. But yes, everybody go and follow Kel's Bells. Wonderful, wonderful streamer. But Loof and Poop, that's looking really good. You're you said you've only been crocheting for a short amount of time, if I'm correct. And this looks amazing. Love to see more of this as you continue along. I think we're at the end. Thank you everybody who has shared pictures. Again, you can share it anytime. You only done a few wobbles prior to this. Well, that picture looks like you've been crocheting for a very, very long time. So you were doing amazing with that. And her ideas on how to get the authentic fin shapes are so good. Like some of the ideas she uses make it look so cool. Very cool. Very, very cool, Mickey. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that pattern. You've only been crocheting for 3 weeks? Wait. Thank you for the lurk, Mickey. So this is only 3 weeks of crocheting, and this is how your work is amazing for only crocheting for 3 weeks. You're really good at this. My 3 weeks in looked nothing like this. I mean, I wasn't doing ammies, but still. That's great for 3 weeks. Must be a savant, yes. You're doing wonderfully. Let's move that away. And now we're going to get back to our, what do you call it? Focus my cubicle rage and detention control. Hey, that's good. That is good. So we finished the row with the flowers. We added 3 rows of double crochet. And now for this next row, it's going to be the next row of flowers. I'm going to chain up 2 and turn. And we're going to double crochet in the next 11 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. What I'm going to do here is a variation, because I'm going to change colors for the flower part. But I'm going to leave this blue attached because I'm going to need this blue to go in between. So to do so, I'm just going to drop the blue, add the white. I'm going to pull this snug. And I'm going to do one of the ones how they recommend, but in the white. So all I did was change colors. I dropped the blue. And now we're going to do front post double crochet around the next stitch and chain up 3. I'm going to do that total of 6 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, number 4, and my yarn is getting all caught up into everything. What is going on here? So that was 4. 5, and then 6. Now we're going to turn. Can't really see. We're going to turn. And we're going to do front post around the stitch to the left. Turned around. We're going to do 5 of those. 1, 2, 3. What is going on? Why can't this ball of yarn feed out as should to be? White doesn't work. 3. It's 5. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go back here. And that stitch that we were doing the front post doubles on, that is what we're going to stitch into. We're going to do a double crochet. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch back to my original color and finish off with that. And now the next 11. Yeah. Now the next 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So you can kind of see it would look better if it wasn't as, if I didn't use the cotton yarn because it's open. But you get the idea of what this will look like. If it was a fluffier yarn, it would look a lot better. But I like it. I like it. So you would do the same thing. You do the 11, and then this is where you do the next flower, and then you would keep going, and you would have 11 at the end. So that's how they're alternating, they're offset. That is how it's working. I'm not going to do another white one, because I don't feel like cutting my yarn just for the sake of cutting it. I could do a different color. You know what? Mix it up. I'm going to use this variegated one. So we're going to move that off to the side. Again, I don't want to... Hey there, Jason. How are you? Welcome in. If you're not following JPeng Gamer, you're missing stuff in your life. Go and give them a follow. Another great streamer here on Twitch. They crochet and they also will sing. They play a few different fun games. What games do you play? I know you play like video games, but you also will play like what are the name? What are the games? The little small the little puzzle games. There's like a little crossword one. There's like a kind of one that's kind of like Wordle. Maybe you do play Wordle. There's a bunch of different ones. Didn't you play what is the name of it? There's a game. It'll show like a picture of a place or maybe video of a place. You have to guess where they are, like a place in the world, like a real place. I think you've played something like that before. And there's one I can think of. I gotta remember the name of it. I might end up playing on my stream at some point. GeoGuessr, yeah. I've done GeoGuessr before. Problem is you gotta pay for it, and I like free stuff. But there's another one. I'll have to look into it. I gotta remember. I had it written down somewhere at some point. You're bad at it. That's all right. My problem is I'm probably too good at it, and nobody would want to play the game with me. But anyway, go and follow them. Great streamer. Do you stream Tuesdays and Thursdays? Could have been the movie. No, I don't think it was a movie scene one. I think this was like actual like live, not live, but it was actual like footage, like people like video, like they had with their phone, they were walking down the street or something, and they submit them. Like, what do they call that? But yes, welcome in. All right, we're playing around with this emboss flower pattern. So you make these little flowers as you're doing the row. They're not applique on. They're as you're doing the row. And I changed color for this one so you can see it. But you could do this. This is the way that the pattern is telling me. Well, this one here, I kind of made up my own. I varied the length of the stitches to make a different shaped flower. And that's what I'm going to do with this variegated yarn here is we're going to be a little creative with this. So this last stitch, I'm going to end off with the blue. And I'm going to join my variegated yarn. And this is just some cheap cotton. I thought it would be a little easier to show what it looks like. So this one we're going to do double crochet front post and a chain. Yes and no. I think it's just a sinus headache for me right now. That's why there's no camera and not a lot of redeems. But I'll be all right. I'm better than the other week when I wasn't feeling well. I'm better from that. That was 3, 4, double. There's a lot of front post stitches and chains with this. Okay, we're going to rotate, double, triple, double, triple, double. Now we're going to do a triple in this one. This is my variation of this flower. Triple, 4, then a double. Now a triple to end. 3, 4. We are going to move this out of the way. We're going to do switch the color back to the blue. Get out of my way. And we should have 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay. We've got stuff that's all tangled up. All of my strings are very much tangled. Let's move that out of the way. Get rid of all of that. So, this is the way that they are that the pattern is showing. Again, I wouldn't use yarn this open. I would use a fluffier yarn. And then this is my variation. I don't like it. Okay, I like it, but I don't like it because it's the yarn that I don't like. So, imagine it being a fluffier yarn like this. This looks a little bit better when it's not as open. I don't have a contrasting color here to show, but that's what this is. This is the, it looks a lot better in an acrylic yarn. A wool yarn would look good. Not so much in the cotton. Yeah, definitely. Or what I could have done is I could have gone down a hook or two. But to show the technique and show the stitches, it looks better in the cotton. So you can see where it's going. But I kind of like this, my little variation, because this is all just front post doubles and chains. This I alternated front post doubles and front post triples to create these petal shapes. Yeah, that's the embossed flower stitch. Any questions? This is from a website called abharcreations.com. It just popped up in the chat. It's also pinned, excuse me, pinned at the top of the chat. So, it's a website. I just searched floral crochet stitches, and I went through a bunch. I was like, that's kind of unique and different. And I just stumbled across it, and it's free. I like these free patterns. If it wasn't free, I wouldn't be showing them how to do them on stream. So That's a nice little something to your plain boring just stitching back and forth. Alrighty, I think we're gonna call it a night. It's gonna be a short stream because again, I got a headache. Plus, I'm hungry. Very, very hungry. I think we're having pizza tonight. Um, let me get the raid calls. Let me see where this is. Hey there, Riz Quackers. How are you? Um, let's get this. Copy this. I'm gonna get the raid call. That is the raid call for followers. Anybody that is a follower of mine can use that raid call. And the second one is for subscribers. We're gonna go and see who is on. You got food poisoning. Oh no, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. I've never had food poisoning, so I don't know how that is. I heard it can be really, really not a fun time. Let's see who is on at the moment. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh. Let me check something. Oh, they're offline. Dang it. Okay. We're going to go and find somebody to raid, and I have an idea who we're going to raid. Let's see what they're working on right now. Hmm. No. Let's see. We haven't raided them in a while. I know who we're going to go and raid. So I will be on again. Give me a second. I'll be on again Thursday. Needlepoint piece that I've been working on. So I'm going to get some more work done on that. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me. I know it's a short stream. It's a very low-key stream. I will catch you all on Thursday. To remind everybody, this Friday at 9 p.m. in my 9 p.m. Eastern in my Discord, we're gonna have the movie watch party again. We've been doing that for about 4 or 5 weeks now. This week's movie is the 80s classic Big, starring Tom Hanks. If you've ever seen, actually, let me do something real quick. Let me see if it'll work. Let's see here. If you've seen this redeem on my channel, that is from Big. So we're going to be watching that on Friday evening in my Discord. So tune in for that. Like I said, I'll be on stream next on Thursday. So we're gonna go raid that spy guy. So go and copy those raid calls. If you're not familiar with that spy guy, he does cross stitch and diamond painting. I just had it up here a second ago. I think this is TARDIS Tuesday. Oh, Trek Time Tuesday. I'm sorry, it's not TARDIS. It's Trek Time Tuesday. He's doing a Star Trek themed cross stitch piece. So everybody, stick around for the raid. Copy those raid calls. And I will be on again, like I said, Thursday. Um, yeah. So again, thank you everybody. And as I always say, happy crafting.